Chapter 16. The St. Francis Hotel's brass revolving doors spun Pete and Robin into the cool night air, where the doorman's concerned face immediately greeted them under the canopy. The hotel had weathered earthquakes and social upheavals since 1904, but tonight its traditional elegance seemed fragile against the growing chaos. "Evening, folks. I gotta warn you, it's not a good night to be out." Beyond him, Union Square had transformed from tourist haven to urban battleground. The plaza's palm trees and flowering bushes, usually softly lit to showcase luxury retailers, now cast ominous shadows as illuminated emergency vehicles crowded the perimeter. An agitated crowd pressed against police barricades at the corner, while the Macy's store, its window displays still cheerfully oblivious, reflected the spinning lights of arriving patrol cars. The grand old hotel, which had long served as San Francisco's gilded gateway to the world, now provided an unwilling vantage point on a city losing control. "All residents, please stay in your homes and keep your doors locked," crackled the SFPD loudspeaker. "This is a police emergency. I repeat, do not leave your home." Pete asked, "What the hell's going on?" "Another nutcase loose in the streets. Shot 3 people." Pete and Robin stood transfixed, the swirling light show reflecting in their eyes as they struggled to comprehend the spreading violence that defiled the square's normal civility. The Sal d'Or restaurant maintained its elegant grandeur, crystal chandeliers casting warm light on oak-paneled walls, white tablecloths gleaming with silver service. Pete sat alone, sipping coffee as the waiter cleared dessert plates with practiced grace. His eyes wandered to a beautiful young woman at a nearby table, who returned his glance with a coy smile. Robin's return caught the end of this exchange as she sat down. Pete, slightly flustered, raised his wine glass. "We forgot to make a toast. Here's to normal times," she offered. They drank to that. What did Leeds mean? There's no cognition? It's all visceral? Basically, the mouse didn't know why it was afraid. It ran away because it felt fear. "Leeds is dying to open up the computer. Maybe we should let him. Where do we go from here?" "That's a good question. I'm spending all my time on this one case. Many of the other assailants have no apparent access to a computer. Some don't even speak English." "What are you saying?" "I should get involved in another case." A loud crash from the kitchen shattered the dining room's refined atmosphere. The maitre d', immaculate in his tuxedo, hurried past their table just as a scream pierced the air. The chef stumbled through the swinging double doors, clutching his bloodied stomach. The maitre d' froze as the chef collapsed at his feet. A kitchen helper burst through the doors, slicing the air with a large knife. The blade found the maitre d's chest repeatedly, sending him to his knees, gasping for breath. The helper moved on, slashing first the man protecting the young woman, then the woman herself. In an instant, he was at Pete and Robin's table, knife raised high. 2 guns met his charge. The simultaneous shots dropped him dead across their table, blood soaking into fine linen. They stood with their weapons still trained on the body, ignoring the panic of fleeing diners. Pete turned to the young beauty. She sat upright in shock, her swan neck badly sliced, blood streaming between her breasts. A waiter's attempt to help came too late. Later in their hotel room, Pete and Robin sat propped against the headboard of a king-size bed, both in t-shirts and half under the covers. The TV cast a blue glow over their grim faces. "The governor of California has declared a state of emergency and called out the National Guard to supplement local law enforcement," the reporter announced. "The unexplained outbreak of random murders and mass mayhem has overburdened the emergency response capabilities throughout the Bay Area. Hardest hit have been the densely populated sections of San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose. There is also a high number of incidents reported around the city of Palo Alto. Many citizens have responded by arming themselves and remaining indoors." The next morning, driving slowly along Robin Street, they wore the same grim expressions as the car radio continued the litany of violence. In the past 48 hours, there has been a marked increase in random multiple assaults. A total of 59 RMAs were reported in Northern California, with the number of fatalities listed at 147. The reporter's voice cracked with emotion. "That number will increase as some of the more seriously wounded die. What the hell's going on out there?" Pete turned off the ignition, leaving them in sudden silence.